Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Rebellion. Today, I just want to touch up on mods. I've been asked a couple times on how I mod, and I would like to get into what mods are and basically a mod 101 from my perspective. So, let's get into it. Um, so, first and foremost, the first question is what are mods? Mods are, in a nutshell, just a way that you can manipulate your stats to meet certain statistics that you need for events or GAC or anything in the game at all, really. Um, Stats are very, very important in every aspect of the game. Um, so we're going to get into mods and figure out what you need to be looking at. Looking at my Darthbane here, you could see that his stats are what these are what his stats are with his set on. There's a lot of work that I have to do on him. Um, but something here that you could actually see a huge difference of is the fact that these mods have a yellow background. And this mod here, my cross mod, is a silver background. So what does that mean? Um, Basically, if you hear anybody, I've mentioned it on my channel, a lot of people say 5 or 6 dot mods, and that is what that means. You can only buy or farm 5 dot mods. That's what these are. You can see the dots at the top. They have 5 dots. Those are farmed or earned through various events. You get them through uh, Jabba's event, the um, his uh, his GL event there. You could get them through assault battles. You could get them through other various means. Also, the other way to do this, and this is something that I did on my account when I was a new player, um, mod challenges. When you go in here, we'll go to speed mods because speed is king. You will see that uh, your requirements are 3-star or higher, 4-star or higher, 5-star or higher. But the possible rewards that you get here is what matters. For tier 1, you will get a 3 dot or 2 dot or 1 dot. Not very great. So skip over that. Tier 2, you get 4, 3, or 2. Skip over that. Tier 3 is the important one because this is where you can farm certain types of mods that you need. For this one, it would be a speed set mod at 5 dots. So that is very important. I will just go ahead and farm these for you. Here we go. We got 4 5 dot mods. Um, a little bit of protection, primary, offense, and protection. We will get into that in a little bit, but farming these 5 dot mods is what is important. If you have any 4, 3, 1 dot, sell them immediately. Get rid of them and only keep 5 dot mods. Those are the only ones that you want. Rule number 1, get rid of anything that isn't 5 dot. Super, super, super important. Um, so that's what those dots are. Uh, Now we will get into mod shapes. As you can see, each mod set has different shapes in it. They're all the same. Each setup is the same. You have the square, the arrow, the diamond, the triangle, the circle, and the cross. Um, so having various mods of those standards are going to be key and making sure that you give your characters the proper stats they need for each slot. Like for example, Darth Bane, I tried to go as much health as I can, and not a huge fan of this 11 speed. I'm going to be working on that later. Um, his mod set is in no way, shape, or form done by any means. This is just a temporary, but the big thing here is keeping the type, and as you can see, once you get up to tier A, as you slice this up, you get to tier A, and then if you like tier A, you can slice that up to, do I have one around? Mods. Let's see who has one. I think. Where's a gray one? Where's a gray one? Bosk has some. So once you get to the gold, you can take it up to go into the gray. So right here, Dooku's is gold. You could enhance it, and that would take it up to the 6-dot and give it the gold background. So that's how you acquire 6-dot mods. You can't farm them. You need to slice them to get to a 6-dot mod. So when you use certain, how you plan out these secondaries and these mod sets all depend on various things. You always want to have your character have the stats that suit them. For example, Rey, your GL Rey, she always likes health, offense, and speed. Um, as long as you're always working on those and you're always putting on the health or offense or speed as high as you can on her, the farther you will go. I will say that although like her mod set is done right now, you might eventually run into a better mod here. I have my primary health, I have the secondary health, I have my offense, my speed. You can always improve that. There might be this, honestly, I want more speed on that. So I will be working on taking that secondary health and putting it on speed because I want her faster. That is the speed I'm not too happy with. But really high health, which is what my primary goal for her was. So the key things to look for with your sets are the characters and what they need and set bonuses. So looking at your set bonuses, it tells you at how many mods you need of which type. So this one you need 2 health and then you look at your set bonus. So just having a health mod on there gives you 5. 2 just random health mods give you 5%, and 2 health mods at level 15 gives you a bonus 10% instead of 5. So how does that work? Let's go over here. Only unassigned. So to get it to level 15, you take a mod right here. And you see that this is a health triangle with offense primary. Offense primaries are good. You always want health, offense, and speed. Speed primaries can only be on arrows. That is the only mod that has a speed primary. But so this is how you get it up to level 15. You would enhance it. This, as you can see, you have your primary stat that is the main stat that will always be the highest. And then you have your secondary stats. Secondary stats are super, super important. Almost more important than your primary stat. not offense, speed is king in this game. There are other instances where you want other stats outside of speed, but you always want to have speed on most of your characters. About 90% of your characters you want fast. So to get that bonus 10%, you would want two um, health mods at level 15 right there. Um, so you'll see that your secondaries reveal themselves at different levels. I always just go right to reveal all for speed. I will just give that a try and we will see what we get out of it. It has a health percentage, a tenacity percentage, and a health and an offense primary. This is a good mod. Um, you always want to try to get percentages. Percentages are the big thing because if you have a flat number like this 419 health, as you relic up characters, their speeds increase. Their offenses increase. Their health increases. So if you have a 419 health, as your relic levels and abilities increase, you're only getting that 419. Whereas if you have this percentage health, if as you increase through relic levels and your health and everything is going up, it is the percentage of that health. So you are getting more out of your health percentage than you are your flat health. But you can also only roll one stat one time. So go to another mod here. We will take it up slowly. So right there, we rolled a percentage crit chance. You cannot have another percentage crit chance in here. You can have a set crit chance, but you cannot have a percentage. Same with offense. You cannot have another stat like this in here. The caveat to that is that when mods first came out, you had a chance at getting your primary stat down here also. But that is a caveat of when mods were first introduced. As you'll see, we will get something other than offense and crit chance, tenacity percent, protection, and health. As I said, speed is king. This is I don't want to say a good mod because percentage is the king of your rolls. You always like the percentage. But it is a speed mod. It is a speed set. So you want, if a speed set doesn't have speed, you do not keep it. Speed on a speed set. So we are going to sell that one. So how do you tell what a speed set is? Is this little the image there that tells you what it is. That is a health arrow, as you can see up here. Mark 6B health transmitter. So that is a health. That is a Mark 6A speed hollow array. So that's, and then look in here, this is defense, crit chance, crit damage, tenacity, offense, potency, and speed. So those are the different sets that you could have in your 15 bonuses. So getting the 2 level 15 for health is kind of important. Bane is not here yet because this needs to be a health set and this needs to be a better health mod. For him, I'm going all health bonuses because Bane needs lots of health. So yeah, primary and secondaries are super important to look at. A couple things to note is when you look at a square, your primary stat is always, 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 always going to be offense. You cannot get another stat here on offense, and the diamonds are always going to be defense. Um, as I said, this is the only one that you can have speed on, and these other ones have other various things that you could get for a primary stat that you could only get for them. Um, the main stats you want to do are health, offense, and speed primaries. Those are always a good thing. Those are always something you want to try to keep. Defense percentage isn't as good as a set. Um, they have their uses. Obviously, a good tank would like defense. But your primary three are offense, health, and speed. Crit avoidance is something that you want to keep a couple around. Stuff like crit avoidance, not great, not useful primarily, but they're useful in certain ways, so you just kind of want to keep a few just on hand, I guess. But primarily, you're just going to want to toss them. Accuracy primaries, if you see an accuracy primary, do I have any here? Protection, offense, protection. Um, Cancel. Let's see. I'm not seeing any. But if you see an accuracy primary, just toss it. Accuracy primaries aren't great. It's not even worth really trying because accuracy is kind of dying off in SWGOH. There's not much that affects accuracy. Um, so accuracy primaries, a secondary, okay. Primaries for accuracy, toss them. There are much better stats that you could get that you will need that would be much more beneficial than a accuracy. Um, so the big thing to look at is another big thing to look at are your colors here. So you have blue, you have gold, green. How does that come into play? So a base set mod or a gray mod is a very, very early mod. Um, as you saw when you have a gray mod, you have all four of the secondaries are hidden. You have to reveal them yourselves. Um, then you go up to a green mod and you get one of those revealed. Um, Blue mod, if you choose to keep going, you get the you get another one revealed, and at purple you get the three revealed, and then you got the fourth. And then when you go to the gold, you have all of your stats revealed. A good way to show you that would be the store. There is a mod shop that is you always want to be checking out. Your mods right here. Always, always, always check this out. Right here, a potency with a health primary, good crit chance and speed. Speed, health, percentage, tenacity, defense. On an offense, you really want to make sure that you have an offensive primary, secondary here. The speed is good. Um, I'll take a shot on it that I could get a offensive roll on that just because I really like the health percentage. And again, being a speed primary is super beneficial. Um, Offense for speed, obviously it's a square, it's going to have offense. But as you could see, a level 1 gray has it all hidden. When you get up to green, you get your 1 here. It shows 4 speed. I'll take a shot at it just to show you. None of these I'm really super excited about. This one I might take a shot at. This one I might take a shot at. But the gold one here, they show you all of your stats, so you know if you want to take a shot at it or not. These ones I will not touch, um, just because I don't like the stats that they have. So, one, a lot of these, this one, no speed. This one, no speed. This one has a speed primary, but if you're going for a crit damage, you want to have like crit damage in here. It does have a crit chance, but I'd rather have the crit damage. This one, again, no speed. So I look at various things when I look for my mods. Um, so that's just something to keep an eye on as you're going through the shop. The other thing that I wanted to mention about the shop is I will touch up on more as I'm leveling. Um, if you look at the speed, if it's not a 5 speed gold, do not touch it. I will get more into that later, but if it, and you can see that speed is always highlighted yellow here. There's not a whole lot of speed here in the shop. I bought the one there. It's always highlighted yellow because it is a very, very important stat, and CG wanted to highlight that. Um, but if it is a gold mod, I do not buy anything that is not 5 because when you go to increase it and you try to get better rolls, you won't get it. So that is something to keep your eye on there. When you hit a, see if I have any, only unassigned. Okay, right here. This one I won't keep, but I will take it up just to show you because I have the credits. It's no big deal. I have 166 million. As you go to increase your levels here, again, this one I normally won't touch because it is a 3-speed gold mod, so I don't touch it. But to show you what I mean, everything here shows 1. So that is something to keep an eye on. Because as you roll, these numbers will go up and you could get a max of 5. So that is the max times that you could roll a set. So we're going to roll here. Speed. Good. Very good. I went up to 2. You could have a max of 5. We'll take it up again. Another speed. That is a very good roll again. Speed. Darn it. Okay. But as you, so coming up here, we have 16 speed. That is a very good roll. But the reason I don't take anything up from 3 is because you want to have stuff that are more than 20. That is your big thing, is getting them 25 or higher is where you want to be for a max of 31. 31 is the max speed that you could have in the game. I have never seen a 31. I have seen some 30s, and that is really, really, really rare in its own, but it is doable. So 31 is the max that you could have. If you start off at 3, you can't, and you get a, even getting 6 every time, because the max that it could do is either 3 or 6. That is a good or bad roll. All your rolls have, even if you get the stat that you want, there is a good and bad percentage that it'll go up. 3 is the low end, 6 is the high end. So that is something that you want, or 5 is the high end, so that is something that you want to watch out for there. Starting a gold mod at 3 means that you're not going, like, even here it would put it at 21, and we want to be higher than that. Um, but that is why you always start at 5, no lower. So we're gonna sell that. I do like all those speed rolls. That I love to see that. Um, yeah, this mod here has 9 speed. I don't like that. Let's see if we can find another health right here. So we're gonna try to roll this one. There's a health percentage. That's what I'm looking for. It is a health set. We're gonna reveal all. We got a 3 speed. Not a fan of it. It does have an offense. So we got our speed, offense, and health. That is key for a Bane. I'm gonna roll it. We'll see what we could do. We'll slice it. So we have one roll here. We have 1, 1, 1. Let's see what we can get. Offense, potency. I'm gonna trash this. This is not one you want to keep. After a couple rolls, if it doesn't go the way that you want it, you trash it. Try again here. Reveal them all. No speed. Get rid of it. That's protection. I want this. That's protection with no speed, so we're gonna get rid of that. Health. That one I'm not a huge fan of. But this is why this mod's stuck. When it gets to the gold, when it gets to the gold 5 dot mods, a lot of people say they don't take it up unless it's 12 speed. I take it up at 9. I need all the mods I can get. My mod score is pretty low. So I'm just bulk and quality at the moment. I can lower my quality a little bit just to get the bulk of what I need. Although it does hurt a little bit that I don't have that speed there. There are ways that I could go and get it by calibrating. Calibrating is another way that you could alter mods. You have a 4 here, so I rolled that 4 times, 3 there, and 2 there. I'm going to take it off of potency, and I'm going to see if I could try to get a speed roll out of this, and I did. That is a good roll. So it's going to lower the potency and raise the speed. That is the big things you want to look for when you do this, is lowering that speed or gaining that speed off of the potency. So we're going to keep that changes. He gets 14 speed, and you get, I can't do any right now. This shows me how many I could do. There's a max of 6 that you could do. As you go through the levels, you get more chances. So that right now is 0. When I take it up a level, I could try again. Also note that the number of times that it said it rolled here did not change. It stayed at 4. So if it is a max of 5 and you take something off of it, you cannot add more later. So keep that in mind. See if I got what else I have in my notes here. So slicing increases rarity at level 15. As you know, it takes it up to the 6 dot mod. Also, in order to take a mod up from, what mods can I take up? Let me show you. Health. We're gonna try this one. It does have 9 speed. It's a protection, health. It's good for Master Qui-Gon. Let me show you what I mean by enhancing it. So in order to enhance it, you need these materials. You need your Mark 1 amplifiers, you need your capacitors, and you need your pulse modulators. These are farmed. Let me just take this up. So as you can see, when you go up to a 6 stat, your protection goes up and all of your secondaries went up 1 as well. So you get a little bit of a boost by going up to that. We're going to roll again. Little defense. See if we can calibrate. Again, that is a flat defense. I do not like that. We will take that off and see if we could speed. Perfect. Bam. 4 more speed. We'll keep that change. So we will get 2 more chance, but these are increased by having your attenuators. Those are also earned through the store and other various events. So those are also something that you want to keep your eye on. As you use your as you calibrate more, the price of these go up. For example, we'll try taking from tenacity. It goes to health. That's good. As you can see, our health goes up. We will keep it because he likes his health, but that now went up to the cost being 40. So you kind of want to watch that too. Um, so you need your attenuators. You need um, the key thing to keep in mind there when you're slicing like that is it is random, just like every other roll you make. It's all randomized how you get it. So um, something to keep in mind that when you're doing that is if this is maxed out and you're trying to roll health and you pull off of tenacity, but your speed has the max of 5, you have a 33% chance now because you can't get any more speed for it to roll onto health. So having something maxed and trying to slice is a better source there because you have a higher percent of getting the roll that you want. Um, so you have the max rolls that you could do there are 6, and that's just something to keep an eye on. Um, Again, the premise of this game is speed. Speed, 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 speed. Speed is king. You always want to try to have speed. Um, some other stats you want to try to keep are because remember, speed is king, but that is for like 90% of the characters. You also want to watch their other secondaries, but for those that don't want speed, there's other things like a good defense percentage set might be good for a tank. Um, Obviously, you want your percentage sets. Those are going to be what carry you because those are better than the flats. And like Afra, like Dr. Afra, really loves her potency because that's what ramps her. So potency for her is something that you want to focus on, whereas other characters might not need potency as much. Um, so how I like to do mine again is I do mine differently than anyone else because I need more mods. I know a lot of people say, again, anything under 12, 14 speed, they will not take it up at all. I will do mine at 9 just because, again, I need mods. However, I look at how they're going, and if I'm not getting the rolls that I like, I will sell them. I'm not afraid to sell them. I need them, but it's not a cap for me. I will sell them. Um, Generally, when it's a gray mod, like when it's just a standard gray mod, you kind of want to try to get about 4 or 5 speed on it. If you don't, then don't roll it. Just sell it. 5 speed. Um, so that I would roll. We'll try it. So we got 5 speed. We'll take it up to green. Now we didn't get green, so um, I'm gonna sell this one. Generally, if it goes there, that is where you kind of want to toss it. Green, you could keep it. I wouldn't. You could. If it goes to 9 or 10, then continue to slice it. If it goes to blue at 10 speed, you want to just, if it doesn't go past the 10 from the green, it's okay. If it's at 10 about the blue, roll it again. Purple, 14 or 15 speed, that's where other people would continue on to gold and then onwards. Again, me being a little bit different, I look for the 9. So don't hesitate to take it up to gold with 9 speed. So it's a lot easier for me to take it up than others. A lot of the key to try to do that though is because you want to try to get 20 speed. As I said earlier, getting 20 plus speed is the main goal. You want to try to get 25, 30 in that range. But 20 plus is where you want to be. When doing this, you always try to do 150 crystals about there. You want to make sure you do your refreshes on your materials because that is super, super important to getting stuff here. Your materials, you go into mod battles, and these are all your materials that you want. These are what you need to make sure that you are farming with your crystals for your battles, just because these are something that you never want to run out of. As you could see, I'm always modding, so my materials go really, really, really quickly. So having these at your disposal will help while you're modding and getting these certain stats. Like if I start modding my Anakin, which I am in the middle of doing right now, as you can see, where's Anakin? General Skywalker. I'm in the middle of modding him. Something I shouldn't be because I'm working on other modded characters too, like Bane. But until I get the mod that I'm looking for on Bane, I'm just focusing on other stuff that I could probably squeeze off easier. Um, so when I'm trying to do this, this is where you want to make sure you have your materials. So that way, as you're going through, like, okay, I need this mod. Let me try to take this up and see if it's a right mod that I could work with, or do I have to sell it? So that is something that you have to keep an eye on. But that's all I have for you today. I thank you all so much for watching this video. Please remember to help me grow, to like and subscribe below, and I hope that this is helpful for you because I want to see you all grow too. The better we all are, the better the game is. Better GAC opponents. It makes it a much better game. So please, please, please like and subscribe. I hope you find this all helpful. And always remember that rebellions are built on hope.